Dirk didn't believe in ghosts, at least not yet. It was 1995, a simpler time, landlines, pagers, and the blissful silence of a world without the internet. Back then, if something strange was happening in your house, you didn't Google it, you just noticed. And Dirk noticed. Dirk was a man of the earth, a rugged guy, handsome in a way that suggested he spent more time with a chainsaw than a spreadsheet. He hauled lumber, he built things, and he had the kind of muscular frame that suggested he didn't lose many fights. But he was about to lose one, to a set of car keys. He'd come home from work, tired, that deep, bone-weary exhaustion, walk through the front door of the original part of the house, and toss his keys onto the old mahogany dining room table. He'd head into the modern addition to the back, the new kitchen, to grab a soda. 10 minutes later, he'd walk back. The keys were gone. Not misplaced, not fallen under a rug. Gone. He'd eventually find them in the same place every single time. The back bedroom, in the old part of the house. They weren't just tossed there. They were placed neatly on the nightstand, like someone was tucking them in for the night. Dirk stood in the hallway one night, staring at his reflection in the mirror. He flexed his arm, more out of habit than anything else. "I can bench press 300 pounds, he muttered to the hallway. I should not be losing a fight to a set of car keys. To understand the mystery, you have to understand the house. It started as a modest 1950s ranch. Solid, simple, functional. But in the early 90s, the previous owner went wild with a renovation. They added a massive wing, vaulted ceilings, polished granite, a jacuzzi tub, the works. It was like two different homes stitched together. Dirk called it the ranch-style mullet. Business in the front, party in the back. And that's where the rule came in. Anything placed in the new part of the house, the addition, stayed exactly where it was. But anything placed in the old part, well, that was subject to the Relocation Program. And George was getting ornery. The TV remote? Dirk left it on the old coffee table. The next morning, it was inside a sealed Tupperware container in the old pantry. His boots? He kicked them off near the entryway. An hour later, one boot was on the dining room table, the other balanced perfectly on the guest room windowsill. Then came Laura. Laura was the opposite of Dirk. She was an elementary school teacher, bubbly, personable, and absolutely filled with logic. "Dirk, honey." She'd laugh, and her laugh could fill a room. "You're just overworked. It's stress-induced forgetfulness." She'd hold up her keys and walk into the new kitchen. "I leave mine right here on the granite counter. And look, they don't move? Because that's how reality works, Dirk. Maybe we need to check your iron levels?" But a few days later, Laura sat down at the old dining room table to grade assignments. Red pen, stack of math tests, total focus. She left her keys right there, on the old wood. An hour later, the table was bare. She checked her bag, the floor, the kitchen. Nothing. She walked into the old guest room, and there they were, sitting right in the center of the bed. Laura didn't scream. She didn't panic. She tapped into her teacher brain. She stood in the middle of the hallway, put her hands on her hips, and used her most stern, "I am not angry, just disappointed" classroom voice. "All right, listen up," she called out to the empty air. "I have a lesson plan for this house, and lesson 1 is, we do not touch other people's property without asking. This is a yellow card offense, George, or whoever you are. If it happens again, there will be a note sent home." Dirk poked his head around the corner. "Who are you talking to?" "The student in the back of the class," Laura said, her bubbly expression slightly dimmed. "Either the house is shrinking, or we have a roommate who needs a detention." That skepticism was finally buried the night Kenny came over. Kenny was the kind of guy who believed he understood everything, mostly because he talked louder than everyone else. "You guys are losing it." Kenny laughed, dropping his keys onto the old dining room table with a loud thud. "Ghosts? In a ranch house? Please. This place is too flat for a haunting. Ghosts need attics and turrets, not wood paneling and a 30-year mortgage." They ordered pizza. Dirk and Laura sat back and watched the clock. 20 minutes later, Kenny stood up. "All right, I gotta run. I've got a date with a girl who doesn't believe in invisible valets." He reached for the table. His hand hit empty mahogany. Kenny's smile didn't just fade, it evaporated. "Okay, funny. Give him back." Dirk didn't move an inch. "Didn't touch him, Ken." Kenny turned to Laura. "Laura, come on, I'm late." "I've been explaining the proper way to use glitter in a classroom for 20 minutes, she said. "I haven't moved." Kenny checked the pizza box. He checked under the rug. He was starting to sweat. "All right, seriously," he yelled. "Not funny." Dirk stood up slowly. He pointed a finger down the hallway toward the old part of the house. "Back bedroom, top drawer of the dresser, go." A second later, a shriek echoed through the house. "What the, Kenny came sprinting back. His keys clutched in his hand like a holy relic. He didn't grab his jacket. He didn't even say goodbye. "Hey, Ken, you forgot your pizza," Dirk yelled. "Keep it," Kenny screamed from the driveway. "The ghost probably likes pepperoni." Dirk looked at the abandoned pizza box. "I guess George is eating tonight," he muttered. Kenny didn't come back for 6 months. A few weeks later, Martha and her sisters arrived. They were sweet, elderly women who walked through the house like they were walking through a dream. When they reached the corner of the old living room, Martha stopped. She pointed to a bare patch of floor. "This is where Papa George used to sit," she whispered. "He had a big oak rocking chair right here. Creak, thud, creak, thud, every night until 3 a.m. Dirk and Laura turned white. That was the spot. That was the sound. "Was he a prankster?" Laura asked. The sisters burst into a chorus of giggles. "Oh, George was terribly ornery," Martha said. "He'd hide your spectacles in the sugar bowl. He'd put your shoes in the oven. He called it keeping the girls sharp. He loved a good laugh at someone else's expense." She looked at the door leading to the new wing and wrinkled her nose. "He wouldn't have liked that new part, though. Papa thought the original layout was perfection. He was a purist." 2 years later, the house felt different. The keys still moved occasionally, but it felt less like a haunting and more like a grandfatherly nudge. Then, they brought their daughter home. On their first night back from the hospital, they placed the bassinet in the old living room. Late that night, the silence was broken. Creak, thud, creak, thud. The rocking chair was going. Then, something new. Footsteps, slow, heavy, deliberate footsteps crossing the old floorboards. They stopped right next to the bassinet. The air in the room didn't get cold. It got warm, like a protective blanket had been thrown over the entire house. Dirk looked into the darkness. "George," he said softly, "I know you had 3 daughters. You know how it is." He paused, looking at his sleeping child. "Well, we've got one now too. She's part of the family. She's part of your house." The footsteps retreated slowly. The rocking stopped with a final gentle creak. And that was it. The key relocation program was officially canceled. The remote stayed on the table. The boots stayed by the door. George had found a new job, guardian. Years later, when the family grew too large for the ranch and it was time to move, Dirk was the last one in the house. The mullet was empty. He stood in the old dining room and placed his keys on the table. He walked to the new kitchen, grabbed a bottle of water, and came back. The keys were still there. Dirk nodded. Thanks for keeping watch, George. He locked the front door for the last time. As they drove away, Dirk glanced in the rearview mirror. The house stood still in the fading light, but in the window of the old living room, a single lace curtain shifted, just a little bit, like an ornery old man, waving goodbye. Some houses echo, some houses remember, and some houses never really let you go.